On this edition of Lexington Now, honoring our veterans, the Firefighters toy program, and Gobble grease toss. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of November 15th, 2021. Every year, honoring our service members is special, but this year took on extra meaning with the 100th anniversary of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Each year, November 11th, is a day to remember and honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice that we might live and enjoy our freedoms today. As we commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, we remember and honor those unknown military who gave their all in service to our country. It's also a day to remember and honor those who lived through the horrible circumstances of war and survived. Their bravery and courage are worthy as well.
Today we present and dedicate this garden, the Never Forget Garden. This garden is a living tribute to all of America's veterans and their families in silence and respect. This is a place to remember why millions of Americans have fought and died for our liberty and our freedom. Here we renew our promise to fulfill America's sacred duty to never forget. Here we renew our mutual pledge to support them with our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Today we also remember those who have fallen during their military service, our POWs, those who are still missing in action, and those who have come back to live a civilian life. I actually had an uncle who was a POW in France. This is all very personal, and it is so important that we support those who have returned, the families who've been with them all along the way. Thank you for those of you who committed your lives to defending and securing our freedoms, and for those who stood beside you.
Veterans Day is a special day in this country. Founded originally to memorialize Armistice Day, the date marking the end of World War I, Americans annually have had the opportunity to take this day and thank those among us who have answered the call to serve their country. Our founding father, President and General George Washington, once said, "The willingness with which our young people are likely to serve in any war, no matter how justified, shall be directly proportional to how they perceive veterans of earlier wars were treated and appreciated by our nation." And that's why I'm so encouraged today to see the people of this community rally and come to honor our veterans and do what is right.
I may tell you only from the view afforded by the dirt directly in front of my foxhole that it has been an honor to serve our great nation. It has been one of my highest honors to serve each soldier, sailor, airman, and Marine to my left and to my right. Every one of those GIs has a story, and every one of them can be shared each one of them could share 1,000 more stories. And every one of them would be and is worth hearing and worth cherishing. We honor that very honor on Veterans Day. We may go even as far as to mouth some sentiment as, "Thank you for your service." So what am I seem to be taking so long to say is all a bit of thank you for the honor in having served and for every minute of every detail between my swearing in and the turning off the lights behind me when the mission was complete. Thank you for allowing me to have some connectivity to the soldiers who continue to guard the marble tomb and of the sacred place on our soil and our hearts. Know that the gratitude goes both ways in that equation, and that just about every one of us wouldn't have traded a moment of that honor, of that perfect and often misplaced word, for anything in this world. Thank you.
I encourage all of us to continue paying attention to our veterans today and all of the days that follow. Thank them for their courage. Thank them for your freedom. And thank them for doing their part to preserve ourselves and our posterity. One day a year is simply not enough. And I say to each of you, the veterans listening today and all those that might be looking on, we are so grateful for you.
Lexington Firefighters kicked off their annual toy drive benefiting children of the less fortunate. We were there for the announcement.
This is an exciting program for us. We have taken this tradition in for ourselves. I'm new to the program. This is my first year of being in charge of it, but for 91 years, firefighters in this city have made it their purpose at this time to provide a Christmas miracle to the children of our city, and we're pretty excited that this tradition has been a part of who we are, along with other services that we provide in the city, between fire protection, our EMS, fire prevention, and our public education program that our community services provides, and our community paramedicine program, which is amazing. A little bit about the FOF, the Fraternal Order of Firefighters, the FOF as we call it. It's kind of the charitable arm of the fire department. Every member of the Lexington Fire Department is a member of the Fraternal Order of Firefighters. And we help out in a lot of ways in the community, but the most important and the most specific is our toy program that we do every year. We started in October and we finish up a little bit before Christmas in time to get everyone a toy in time for Christmas. And this is very special to me. I love this time of year. I love the idea that firefighters are working together with our citizens to get these toys in the hands of our children, and so that when they wake up on Christmas morning and their parents can see the look on their face with that toy, that's pretty special to us. The North Pole, as we call it, is the most important part of our program because nothing can happen until we get the North Pole. The North Pole is where we do everything from sign-ups, toy donations. We have our Chuck Williams auction. Chuck Williams was a firefighter here in Lexington. He died in the line of duty. He worked for an auction company. We honor him in his memory by continuing that auction. That auction that we have is the week before our toy giveaway. The money that we receive from that auction, we buy toys that we do not have yet. There's a few ways that you can get toys to us. This is the question we always get asked: how can we get the toys to you? Again, kind of keep COVID in mind and to try to make sure we're providing a safe environment for everybody. We have donation spots at all the fire stations. We have 24 stations here in Lexington, and there is a special Rosie that'll be sitting out in front with our logo on it. You can drop those toys in there, and that cuts down on some contact as well. You can bring them to one of our 12 Days of Giving, a little program we started to give everyone a chance to celebrate 12 days with local businesses, a party, if you will, to where the local businesses can help us out. And it also, instead of 300 locations that we take boxes to, we can bring everyone to those 12 locations. If you go to our Facebook page, that's on there as well. And finally, if you want to, and you're gathering toys, if you want to bring them straight to the North Pole, we'd love to have you. You can see Santa's helpers at work, and that's pretty exciting. Again, that's on Blazer Parkway.
For 90 years, this being the 91st year, this great program has made sure that our community's children wake up Christmas morning to find gifts under the tree. An incredible record of service. Think about this. This program was born in the early years of the Great Depression. By the way, the favorite toy in the first year of the toy program, 1931, was finger paints. Does anybody do that anymore? Finger painting? It's continued through our economy's ups and downs, like last year in the pandemic. There's a lot of hard work involved in getting toys under the trees for thousands of local children, but Lexington is home to hundreds of elves who help. Firefighters who volunteer to run the toy program, and generous businesses, citizens, churches, and community groups that donate toys. And so I want to thank the firefighters who make this happen every year. And in their honor, it is my pleasure to donate something very special to Chief Wells, Lieutenant McFarland, and the FOF. And this even has sound effects. So we're going to demonstrate. A fire engine, of course. So Chief, in case you need some more.
I like it.
Do you like it? You can steer the wheel and crank the crank.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So much.
Yes, congratulations.
After the break, gobble, gobble, gobble. Welcome back to Lexington Now. The Redwood Cooperative School just announced its annual Gobble Grease Toss. But what is it about? We caught up with some representatives of the program.
As we start thinking about the Thanksgiving holidays, many of us will be frying turkeys. And for the 6th year in a row, we will be partnering with the Redwood Cooperative School and UK Center for Applied Energy Research to bring our citizens the Gobble Grease Toss. As you're out Black Friday shopping, if you have grease left over from Thanksgiving, you can bring it to the Gobble Grease Toss at the Redwood School at 166 Crestwood Avenue between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. We will take the grease straight out of your trunk. Please bring it in a container with a lid to make it easier to transport. And we will have it recycled by Kelly Green Biofuels, and some of it will be used for research at UK on aviation biofuels. So it's a great opportunity to be green this Thanksgiving and to recycle your cooking oil.
The University of Kentucky Center for Applied Energy Research has been working for a number of years on the conversion of waste oils to different forms of fuel. We have done that with the support of UK Sustainability and lately our R&D, who is helping us investigate the conversion of these oils into sustainable aviation fuel. So we are very glad to be collaborating with the Redwood School because it allows us to also involve the community in the collection of some oil that then we can test our technology on. However, we also partner with Kelly Green Biofuel because the amount that we collect has greatly exceeded our capacity. So we can then convert that excess fuel into biodiesel.
So at Redwood Cooperative School, we the leadership team and some other kids, we take people around Lexington come and around Thanksgiving and recycle their turkey, like oil, like pan oil, and we take it to biofuel. We take it to a place that turns it into biofuel that helps, that will help engineers make cars better for the environment.
Recycling is important because it can pollute waters and kill animals in the ocean and pollute Earth. At Redwood, we compost and recycle a lot of things. We recycle paper, boxes, plastic bottles, and more. And of course, grease.
When people come and donate their leftover oil at the Gobble Grease Toss, we take it to a place where they recycle it and turn it into biofuel for farm equipment, and some of it is also used for like researching so that they can figure out how to use it in cars and things too.
COVID vaccines are now available for anyone aged 5 years and up, and a drive to vaccinate those between 5 and 11 was kicked off at a press event.
The one thing we've all learned from this pandemic, a once-in-a-century event, is that none of us can do this alone. Partnerships have been the key for us to keep strong going forward. And we have two great partners right here today at Lexington Legends Park. Wild Health has been a leader for our state in testing and vaccinations. My office has worked closely with Wild Health during the pandemic to offer opportunities for our residents to stay safe and healthy. And now Winterfest is another way Wild Health is stepping up to the plate for our community. For the next 8 weekends, the Winterfest clinics will provide vaccination opportunities for children and adults alike. As you know, those 12 years and older have had access to the vaccine for quite some time. So many in our community have taken advantage of this tool and received their vaccinations. At the same time, we have been waiting for the opportunity to protect our younger residents. And just recently, these vaccines became available for children ages 5 to 11.
This past week at Wild Health, well, really just 4 days since this is Friday, we've been able to do over 1,000 pediatric immunizations in our local communities, and that is just incredible. Wild Health is committed to keeping Kentucky families healthy. Part of that commitment is providing access to COVID-19 vaccines in an environment that is both safe and fun. Our 5 to 11-year-old children and their families have been waiting for this, just as the mayor said, and they've been waiting for some time. It's an honor to play a role in providing this service to our community. Unfortunately, as of October 10th, 2021, there were over 1.9 million COVID-19 cases in our children aged 5 to 11. The external board that advises the CDC voted unanimously to approve the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine 2-dose series in our 5 to 11 children at a lower dose formulation.
Now to thank another great community partner. Andy Shea and the Lexington Legends are big hitters in our community, quite literally. They've recently won the Atlantic League Championship, and now they are stepping up to the plate with Wild Health by hosting Winterfest. Thank you, Andy, for continuing to be a leader in Lexington. And thank you for offering free admission to the 2022 Legends game, to a 2022 Legends game, and a free gift from the Stash Shop to everyone who either gets a vaccine or a test at Winterfest.
You know, it might be a little cliche, but it is something that we have always prided ourselves being great on and off the field. And in a short period of time, we've been able to display that right at this ballpark. Winning the Atlantic League Championship, the first team to ever do that in their inaugural year in the Atlantic League. And to be able to host what we have dubbed as Winterfest. And the reason why we wanted to call that is because we understand that, especially as Mayor said, that with the younger kids being able to get vaccinated now, we wanted to provide a little fun for them, make it a little bit easier for their parents, guardians, family members that are being able to take them and get vaccinated and help themselves, help their schools, help their community. Throughout the next 7 or 8 weeks, we'll have photos with Santa, we'll have inflatables if Mother Nature is okay with it. We'll have food items and fun stuff with that. We'll have fun stuff in the Stash Shop.
And the Legends have proven time and time again that they're not just champions on the field, they're also champions off the field. And looking to set this collaboration and this partnership with Wild Health and provide additional COVID testing and vaccine locations, especially at the ballpark, that are targeted towards young people, actually, I think will give us an opportunity to get a lot of folks through these doors and get them vaccinated and tested. So once again, the Lexington Legends have proven that they're a great community partner. Angie Shea has stepped up again to provide a much needed service to our community. So I'll say congratulations to them on their championship. We look forward to next season, and we look forward to seeing a lot of folks come out and take advantage of this opportunity at the ballpark.
Earlier this year, Amazon announced a major expansion for its operations in the Lexington area. And that new facility on IBM's campus is now open. We were there for the ceremony.
I want to welcome you all and let you know how much we appreciate you taking the time to be here today. We've received an outpouring of support and enthusiasm from the community and all the elected officials who worked hard to make this facility possible. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Lexington Mayor Linda Gordon, Chief Development Officer Kevin Atkins, Councilmember James Brown, and thanks to our partners in the General Assembly who are here today, Senator Thomas and Representative Brown, and all of our hardworking economic development partners. Everyone at Amazon is thrilled to finally open the doors and show you our delivery station. It's an awesome delivery station. I will be your tour guide, and I'm extremely excited to talk through the process with you and let you into our doors. This building is filled with your neighbors and friends. The employees who support our customer fulfillment operations represent every part of the local community. An Amazon presence in Lexington means more than just the jobs provided within these four walls. Did you know that in addition to the hundreds of jobs we're creating in this delivery station, that Amazon has created more than 18,000 permanent jobs for people with all types of experience, education, skill levels, and backgrounds in the state of Kentucky. In addition, we've created over 49,000 indirect roles in construction and logistics, to professional services, on top of investing $20 billion in Kentucky through infrastructure and employee compensation, as well as Amazon's investments in the state led to the contribution of more than $18 billion to this economy over the last decade, demonstrating our commitment to creating quality jobs and generating economic opportunity. We couldn't be prouder to be a part of the Kentucky family, and we're gratified by the amazing support that we've received from this community.
This is a really, really good day for our city. A great day for the hundreds of new jobs here on the north side of Lexington, and a great day for an infill project that, thanks to Lexmark, demonstrates that it is possible to develop a huge facility, I should add in a short amount of time, right, inside the urban services area. Our economic development efforts in Lexington focus on attracting all types of jobs. And as you've said, Mr. Gobble, that's what Amazon offers. And at this moment, I'd like to recognize with me Kevin Atkins, my Chief Development Officer again. Logistics employers like Amazon are a key part of Kentucky's economy. We have here in Lexington a logistics advantage because of our location at the crossroads of two important interstates. Our economy, like many, took a hit in 2020 because of the pandemic. That's true for most, if not all, American cities. However, thanks to our high quality of life, low cost of living, and diversified economy, we recovered quickly and we are growing. We are making strong, steady progress, attracting new firms right in the middle of Amazon. You all have expanded, and helping local firms expand. So Amazon is a big part of this history, and I want to thank you so much and congratulate you all. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our 1st District Council Member, James Brown. Welcome.
This initiative means a lot to Lexington and especially North Lexington. Creating jobs and economic opportunity for the neighbors and the residents of our community is of the utmost importance. I think this site in particular is a great site, close to the interstate, close to New Circle Road, close to a lot of residential areas that could provide needed employment, employees for this facility. I think it's going to mean a lot to North Lexington and our city as a whole. I'd also like to thank Mr. Darby Turner for continuing to engage myself and our office in these efforts going forward. He has been more than responsive to the needs of the neighborhood, and I also have the neighborhood president for Green Acres, Hollow Creek, and Breckenridge, Mr. Brown, with us today. And I think that's important. I think us as a council, the administration, and everybody involved is supportive of not just our large, but also our local economic partners. And as long as we keep building relationships and giving opportunities for these companies to be good corporate citizens, then it helps us to build relationships through our neighborhoods and community. So thank you for today's event. Thank you for bringing this economic development opportunity to Lexington. And thank everybody for being here today. Thank you.
We have several live meetings on Lex TV to tell you about. For the most accurate and up-to-date information on all city business, check out our website at lexingtonky.gov. Now, here's a look at this week's live televised meetings. And we continue to keep you up to date on how the city is handling the pandemic via our official COVID-19 response site, including testing and vaccination sites. Simply click on the banner at the top of our homepage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.